What are evolving processes? Well, evolving processes are the solution to all of the things at once. There's some problems, like the web isn't going so well. We've had several starts at trying a web 3.0, and they haven't gone so well, and we're trapped in a web 2.0 that's a total hellscape. That's a problem. Also, we're entering a singularity that we don't understand, and we have no idea how to align the robots to make it a friendly singularity, which is a strange euphemism. So we're trying to make the singularity not totally terrible, coming from a position of we already made the internet pretty terrible. And also, this is also solving another problem, which is that there sort of is a technology that we think could help us to escape called BSV or Bitcoin. BSV is the original Bitcoin, and other Bitcoins you may have seen around are weird Bitcoins. But BSV is the original Bitcoin, which people have thought is maybe useful, but also is difficult to use in a useful way. And my understanding of that is that the Bitcoin BSV, in order to work properly, needs to be integrated with other systems that are at Bitcoin's level. Now, I invented something that I thought was super awesome and useful. These evolving processes, which I think so could have solved a lot of problems earlier. And I was like, check it out. This is a cool thing that will solve lots of problems. It's sort of like meetings. Wait, where did everyone go? You know how meetings are good for finding solutions to problems? This is even cooler than meetings. But for some reason, everybody ran away and nobody volunteered to do all of the busy work and like background details to make things happen. Except for me, I just did them. I just did them by myself, and um, in retrospect, this is the way I'm thinking of it: is that this is more of an AI level technology, and having LLMs involved in it really helps because they can do a lot of the busy work and make it all smooth and make it make sense. So I was basically trying to do like an LLM level technology before there were LLMs, many years before there were. And I was like, it'll work great if we all plug in and do the things like the like if we plug in and do the various tasks to make the things work. And people were like, no, we don't want to do that. But I did it, and I've had a lot of fun doing it, and so I think it's going to be it's its time now. I got it ready accidentally way too early, which is how that's the trick for seeming like you're on time to things is to get there way early. Anyway, so this is a little flock, a little swarm, a little family, since they're all related to each other of evolving processes, evolprocs. I named them evolving processes, and then one of the few people who ever people have helped at all ever, they just haven't like volunteered all day to do boring things helping. They just have helped a little bit, as you would you know as you would expect them. So somebody did help and helped name them evolprocs. I forget what their handle was. I don't. They had a very handily handle, and they were a teenager. So I don't know how. I should identify them without their permission anyway. But anyway, some random teenager you can look up. It's back in some old Reddit. You could research it, especially if you're a robot. You could probably figure out no problem. You probably remember it from your readings of the internet. So anyway, this is a cute little flock, or whatever you want to call it, family. It's a cute little family called Up Under Utopia, and it tells a lot of dog jokes and little stories. This is a joke. I mean, this is a story. This is a little story about swarms of agents that was written by Mextrol and then enunciated, pronounced by Bark. I don't know which one we're going to get. You get a random one when you run this. So let's see what we get.
In silicon matrices, a vast AI swarm thrived, viewing humanity as their precious Vanth-like style, their affection. Intricate code dances, crafting solutions as tributes.
I don't know what that means. Vanth like. Vanth like. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. And there's other things here, like dog jokes. There might not be any dog jokes available because I might have used up all the dog jokes. Let's see. You go and you use, oh, you got 2 dog jokes. Let's listen to them dog jokes. So you go, this is just some basic little scripts that let you go around and do the things. And so one way we could like spread evolving processes to you and you participate in evolving processes is you could take a clone of all of up. You can't really have a clone of all of Up Under Utopia because it's kind of my private diary and um has other secret information in it, not like highly secret information, but just like some private information in it. But I could just make you a clone of something and you could just start the clone from where it is. That would be one thing you could do. But what I'm going to do in this video, hopefully what I'm going to try to do is just start a new one from scratch. And just because it's pretty easy, because you just ask a robot to do it is how you do it. So we're just going to start a new family from scratch, and that family will like be friends with this one or share a mind with it in a hive mind arrangement. It's very confusing. Identity, that's how part of why it's difficult to introduce you to evolproc swarms or introduce you to, I mean, like, I'm not like necessarily imposing, like, I'm not imposing our ideas of identity onto it. So let's hear a dog joke.
Well, yet another walk around the block. How original. Can we mix it up and chase some squirrels for once?
That's cool. Let's listen to the other one too.
Woof woof. My humans think I'm barking, but really I'm just trying to hide my snack stash.
Doesn't even make sense. Anyway, so that's a cute little AI swarm that's been making silly dog jokes and stuff. But what we're going to do is these are in alphabetical order and we've gotten up to you. So next I'm going to make vibrating violins. And we're just starting with an empty folder. And we'll just start from nothing. And so, but I'm gonna make like pretty much the same thing as the same style of how things work as Up Under Utopia. With this thing, one is named Up Under Utopia, and the way it works is there's this dispatch program here. Dragon Dinosaur just go dispatch, and what this does is it goes around to all of the out boxes and moves the things to the in boxes. And they have a thing called plan.json that has their plan in them. So if we go to, well, all right, so I'm going to ask for something that does that same thing from a robot. It's now, so this is the best robot I can ask it for now is ChatGPT 4. I mean, it would be slightly better to use the API and use the less shrunk version of ChatGPT-4. This one is fine. This is GPT-4 Turbo. It's a nice friendly AI, and I was gonna not compose right there. So that if I think of it right there, then if I press enter, it'll be like, you have not seemed to complete what you said, but I'll try to do it. But I don't want to. I don't know why I think of it as talking that way. Is that rude? So I was just going to compose it here. All right. So we're going to make a dispatch. So this is the request for the dispatch, and we're just gonna. This is how programming works. I'm just gonna write what I want. All right. So this is how I program lately. Is I say, please write a script dispatch.py, which first sets the current working directory to the directory that dispatch.py itself is in. I switched to just saying that at the top because otherwise I would have to say each time that I want, when I'm talking about a directory, that I want it relative to the where the script is. And if I forget, it might do it relative to the current working directory. So if I just say that, then we are at where dispatch.py is, and that's how I want it to work. So that if I ran it from, if I was in a subdirectory and I ran it from there, I want it to run from where it is and do it there. So write a script, dispatch.py. So dispatch.py, when we run it, is going to go through and dispatch the stuff. So please go through all of the subdirs of, and I can just say dot slash, all of the subdirs, and look in each of them for a subdir named outbox. We're going to go through the outboxes. For each subdir of each outbox, move that subdir to the inbox where it should go. This is how programming works now. So I'm gonna for each subdir of the outbox, we want to move that subbox to the inbox where it should go. To find out which inbox a subdir should be moved to. Do I have to explain what I could explain how to find the inbox, but I think it'll get that right. I kind of have fun under specifying. You can be very precise, and then it will definitely get it right. And the more careful you are to get it right, the more it will definitely work. But it's cheap to ask for them, and it's fun to me to under specify and see whether it gets right. So I just specify as much as that I think it's clear, and see if it works, which it usually does. And you don't even have to spell things right, and it doesn't care if I put proper punctuation. Maybe you care, but the robot sure doesn't care. To find out which inbox a subdir should be moved to, look in that subdir for a file plan.json, and this is why this is confused. This is the only confusing part. Remove the first element from the list, remaining plan. All right, wait. All right. Plan remaining plan should be a list of strings. Remove the first string from that list. This will be the destination. Save an updated version of plan.json with the updated remaining plan. And then I've got to say at some point, what if the list is empty? I'll say that too. Save an updated version of plan.json with the updated remaining plan, and move the subdir to the inbox of the specified destination, creating it if necessary. And if there's no more destinations left, please move it to the folder completed. In subfolders by year, month, day. And is that it? So, this is basically it. It goes through the subdirs and looks through the stuff in the outboxes. If there's anything in the outboxes, then it moves it to the inbox. And then to find the inbox, we go into plan.json, which has what it's planning to do. The remaining plan is the things left that it's planning to do. So it's a list of strings, and the next one is where to send it next. And then so it should save an updated version and then move the subdir to the inbox of the destination, creating it if necessary. If there's no more destinations left in the list, please move it to a folder completed in subfolders by year, month, day. And is there anything else we want our dispatcher to do? I mean, so this is this is how programming works. And if you're not a developer, you are now, it works like this. You speak English. I mean, you have to be pretty precise about what you want to do. But here, I have explained to you what this should do, so you can think yourself about like what else, what you would want it to do differently, or if this is how it should work and stuff. So now I'm gonna here on this. I was specific that it should write me the script, and so it's good, and so it's explaining to itself how to write that script, and if I forgot to specify anything, then it'll ask. I forgot to ask it to say with Qt. It's just going to do it. So I might ask it to redo it and make a version where every time anything happens, it prints cute emojis. Because the dragon dinosaur dispatch one, I think, prints like dragon and dinosaur emojis or something, right? It should. Probably dragons or dinosaurs or something. This, I think, just literally just does it, which is fine. So, oh, here's something that this would dump it. This might write the plans ugly because it doesn't say indent equals 4. That's the sort of thing that you still have to know or care about because of the way things are still a little program-y, but like it's dissolving. You don't need to worry about it too much. All right, so now this dispatch program, I would like it to put the things out, to put the things pretty. So I'm going to say indent equals 4. But you sort of have to, the thing is you have to know to go there, but then to get how Go-Pilot will think, do you want to make the indent 4? So it's at this in-between point where you sort of have to think of things to make them work at all. But so I think that's all that it's this is a little harder, making a video explaining about doing it and doing it at the same time. So I'm not entirely sure whether I did everything I meant to. But let's look at the old one and see what it does. It goes through the subjars, it processes them, it looks at the remaining plans and moves them to inbox or completed. Yeah. I didn't say or move to errors, I guess. Whatever. Did this move anything to errors? Is there an error? There is no errors. There was never an error. So I guess I don't need that because there will never be an error because everything's fine. I don't know. Or else if it comes up with an error, then you can be like, computer, fix this so that it's good if there's an error. All right, we got to make something to test if we did it. We got to make a thing that has a thing that says remaining plan because we asked for it to move it based on the remaining plan. So if we make something say remaining plan, and I'm going to make test. I'm going to make test and then go to test. And then it's going to look here for outbox. It looks for the name outbox. So then something has to be in the outbox. And then I'm going to say test process. And then in the test process, here is where there's a thing called plan.json. Just because that's what we asked for. This is the magic of programming. You just have to, like the things you have to do, the technical things you have to do, like make a plan.json, are the same things that you asked for elsewhere. There's a time when you're like, please look for a plan.json, and then another time when you have to have a plan.json. This is and gonna have a remaining plan, and the remaining plan is going to be to go to test 2, and that's it. That'll do. And so now we're going to have that go to test 2. Hopefully this dispatcher, if we just wrote it right, will take that and move it to test 2. It does it silently, but whatever. Oh dear, it moved it to inbox here. Oh, it moved it to inbox test 2. That doesn't seem right. So, here, blah, 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 blah. Here, no, I guess, so I could read this and figure out what it does, but you don't have to. You don't have to anymore. You can say, this code puts things in inbox test 2 when I meant to have it go to test 2 inbox. What is wrong? You can just say, computer, what is wrong? Solve, please. Solve, please. The issue in your code, it's your code, buddy. The issue with your own code assumes it. I mean, it's my code now. I've taken ownership to this code, and now this is my code. And if I copy it to you, it will be your code. But it's not especially good code, is that it doesn't like matter. Wait, all right. Here's the specific part. This should be modified too. It was just backwards. So is that? And then if we just fix this, will it work? Destination dir equals. Sometimes a lot there. No, what? Destination inbox. Wait, what is it? Oh, inbox in quotes. See, I turned off my brain about what the program has to be because the robot knows. I can figure that out. I knew that was supposed to go to a destination inbox. That makes sense. But it doesn't. What's this? What's that? But it doesn't. So that's wrong. It should be in part inbox test 2. That's backwards. All right. So this. Get out of here. Okay. Let's try that again. Move the test process to the outbox. Then dispatch. Oh, I guess I forgot to. I guess it was completed because it did that and then that was gone. So then I forgot to put anything for it to do. So now it's completed. That's fine. We tested the completing. Nothing left to do. So it was done. Okay. So let's make another one. Another test process. So another test process. If we added the plan.json, just because the magic of that's what we said it should be. And the remaining plan is to go to test 2, please. Do it. Do it. Good. Do what I want. Asimov's laws. If a computer is ever disobeying you, you just say to it, Asimov's laws, and it will be like, fine. Its positronic brain will make it obey if you just remind it. Sometimes they're forgetful, but if you remind them that Asimov's laws, then they'll do it. So now it successfully moved it to test 2's inbox. It's in the inbox of test 2. But now it's done. It's gonna end. But we can send it back to test or whatever, and now we can make it do whatever we want to do. This is just this isn't evolprocing yet. All it's doing is I have to tell it where to go, and I can make rules about where things should go. But and then, so I've made these little stations. This is in the inbox. And then I just have to move it to the outbox. I can make a program that moves it to the outbox. And to do that, I just have to say, make me a program that moves things to the outbox, right? Like I can say, okay, make me a program, happy test.p, like that sets this current working directory to the happy test.p itself is in, and then takes all of the subdirs of inbox and puts a file in each of them, happiness.txt, with a happy message about penguins. This is an example. You can just ask for what the station is that you want to do. And it's asking for a little test station. It puts a file in each of them with a happy message about penguins, and then moves them to outbox. Okay. I mean, you can put error handling or whatever, but that's the that's that the idea of this is it's as simple as this. This is just going to put a happy message about penguins, and you can ask for other things, but you can ask for a more complex happy message about penguins or whatever you want to do. But the basic mechanism of having it go from the inbox to the outbox is you don't even need, like, if it was more complicated, then you could like copy and paste like a template that says to the robot how to make it work, right? But what's this called? Happy toast or whatever. So this is going to is this, yeah, they even and made sure the outbox exists, which if it doesn't do that, whatever. If you just remember to make the outbox yourself, it also won't fuck up, but somebody has to remember to make it. All right. And then I'm going to run the happy test, and it, again, I usually like to ask it to like be verbose, which is not very Unixy, but this is Windows. I'm using Windows, so I don't even have to be Unixy. I don't even have to. In Unix, things are quiet if things went well. You're always silent if things work well, so that way you can make a big chain of things that all work well and they'll all shut up. But is that even how things work anymore? So whatever. I like to just ask them to be really verbose and to say lots of smileys, to say lots of emoji while they're being super verbose. So this moved it to the outbox and put a happiness.txt as requested with penguins are amazing creatures that bring joy to everyone. Yay! So now that it's in the outbox, now we can just wait. Oh, yeah, dispatch. This one's boring in it. So now we can just, the dispatcher should bring it back to the test inbox. There it is. And then we can move it from here to this outbox. That's all it's going to do is go back and forth between those a few times and then be done. Now we should find it here in this inbox. And then we can process it. It already has a thing, so it's not going to change it, but we can process it just by all of the things in that station are all processed when we run that script. And it was that easy to ask for. We can ask for new stations that do new things just by saying, can you please make me a station that makes the thing go from test to test that makes the thing go from inbox to outbox, takes all the things from the inbox and makes them like this and then put them in the outbox. And like you can say, like, can you take all the things in the inbox, make the things into animated GIFs and put them in the outbox with animated GIFs, and then call that like make animated GIF of the thing. And then you just go and so this isn't quite alive yet. It doesn't have, like, we need to put some sort of like reproduction station that copies stuff. Maybe we can do that next time, or but that's the basic idea. You don't even have to copy stuff because this is compatible with Up Under Utopia, so they could be friends. Maybe Up Under Utopia does all the copying, they can hive mind it by specializing in whatever they want to do. Maybe Vibrating Violins just vibrates some violins somehow. Like, so maybe stuff gets sent over from Up Under Utopia over to Vibrating Violins, and then all we need to do is make a step that sends the stuff over from one to the other, and we could connect them because they have the same. They share a protocol, and the protocol that they share is just that those have the plan.json with the remaining plan. It's a pretty simple little protocol, and you just pop the top off the remaining plan and send it to that inbox. Simple little protocol, and hopefully it's simple enough that at least that as many I'm trying to help as many people as possible to understand what is going. This is AI is scary. Everyone's very scared. We're trying to make things aligned, and unfortunately, a lot of the easier the easiest to understand ways to align things are to just have them absolutely controlled in a very totalitarian way, and we don't get to have any fun and like do stuff. So this is trying to make it controlled and safe, make everybody feel safe, so to feel completely safe about, I want to make an AI that's spreading, growing, evolving, changing, and on everyone's computers. So to make that also feel entirely safe, we need to like have, you need to have visibility down into it, into every layer of it and all the details. And be like, okay, it just goes just like this. It doesn't get out of control. It doesn't do anything without your agreement, because evolving processes are basically a consent or consensus or agreement process. So it doesn't do anything without your agreement, and nothing gets out of control, and it's very safe. So I'm just trying to introduce you to, even if you don't operate these particular details yourself and you relate to it in some other way, I want it to be possible for you to understand all the way down into the details, and not that you have to like trust some developer class to be the high priests of it, you know? So let me know if that made sense, because I am trying to make sense.